Hello and welcome to Build the Millennium Falcon issues 50 and 51. More of the same this time than we had in the last video actually. More of the upper framework and hull plating. So without further ado, let's crack on. So in issue 50, the halfway part of this build, can I just have a moment just to think about that? Halfway through the Millennium Falcon, guys. This is exciting. Yeah. So halfway through the build, issue 50, we get more of the upper jig and more framework and plating, and also, you know, the 4 connector and a lot of 2 connectors. So if I just bring in the jig from last time, I believe it attaches something along the lines like there. So we have this piece here for the docking ports, and then this part for the cockpit. So that's how those 2 pieces will go together. And then if I just bring in what we get from issue 51, which is more framework, quite hefty framework section this, more 2x2 connectors, and then this framework with a little bit of that pigeon poo splattering, but it's you know, on the bottom part, when it's all together, it doesn't bother me that much. So I'm not going to be correcting it or anything like that, maybe adding a bit more paint, but that's about it. Very nicely weathered piece, and this piece here is a massive hole taken out of it. I'm sure why that is will come apparent as we move on in the video. So let's bring in the piece that we had last time, which is this, and attach the framework to it. Now usually the radial ribs go alongside a piece here. So we've got top plate 11, 12, top frame, sorry, 11, 12 and 13 here. Usually the radial rib will go along this part here. Obviously it's not the case because this is the cockpit corridor, and it's not the case here because this is a hole for the Falcon. So the radial ribs that were supplied in issue 51, they actually will go along in the middle of the framework here, just like this. Now obviously we don't have the final piece here, so I can't do them all completely yet. But that is where they will go. So something slightly different, but it is nice to see that the strength of the model is maintained, even if it isn't the same way as the bottom was. So I'm just going to put the radial ribs on now, and then I'll be right back with you. And there is the radial rib in place, slightly overhanging. Oh, I haven't put a screw on that side actually, so I need to do that. But yeah, so that is slightly overhanging for this piece here. Yeah, nice and secure. A little bit of extra support, like I said earlier, and this is what the framework looks like. Ooh, smooth screwdriver. At the end of these issues, cannot wait to get the cockpit all installed in there. Very, very exciting. The next thing to do is to attach all this framework onto here, something along the lines of this, like so. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. And here it is all put together. I tell you what, that's quite a workout doing all that screwing. Oh, that's an innuendo. Right, yes, so this is what it looks like from the underside. Yeah, I mean, looking fantastic. You know, every part goes together perfectly, like it always has done. Very intrigued by these parts here. They look quite intricate, so I'm wondering what's going to happen here. I'm starting to think that, well, actually, if that's the cockpit. No, I don't know. Like in that hole, there's going to be some internal parts going in there at some point. Yeah, you know, very, very happy with how it's coming together. And just to flip it round, look at that. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, not much else to say. The top is really starting to come together now. So yeah, that's the end of this video. So there's only one more thing left to do, really, and that is to put it on the blueprint, so you can see through the hole all the kind of intricate works that are going to come in a couple of issues time, I'm sure. And again, we've got a cutout here before we get onto the big part of the engine. I'm starting to think that it'll probably go around this way now to do the engine last, but we'll see. I'll just bring in the cockpit here. You can see, you know, that it's got the 2 grooves in the plate work there that will match these 2 grooves eventually, and that will slide on. Nothing as of yet in terms of connection for that, so that's why I haven't done it yet, but that's what it will look like when it's in. And yeah, it's starting to come together. Fantastic. I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching and for all your ongoing support. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'll see you next time, and if you didn't, I'll see you next time. Take care.